Good morning, class. Happy Friday, April 17th. Today I'm going to be going over the assignments that we did this week. This week we had 3 different assignments as well as a free write. Please be sure to upload all of your assignments to Google Classroom via Google Documents, by the Google Documents. I posted a video under your notes, materials, and tutorials section, which will show you how to post those, okay? So, the first assignment we're going to cover is identifying graphs. Now, for this it says, choose the correct graph that best describes each situation or each equation. So if I look, I'm going to write these down. I'm going to do the best I can to write them down and show you. The first one says x greater than equal to -2. Remember, when we do this, we want to do 3 steps. First steps, go to the number. Step 1, go to the number. Where's -2? Right here. Then, after we go to the number, so first step, go to the number. Second step, open or close circle. If there's a line underneath here, it tells me that it is a closed circle. So the second step, or step 2, is open or closed circle. Okay? If it's closed, it means it includes that number. So next thing is Pac-Man, the big mouth, the big side. Is it facing the exponent or is the point? Because if it's the big side, that means greater than. If it's the point, it means less than. So this determines which direction we go. If it's greater than's go to the right. Remember, the bigger numbers are this way. If it's less than, where the point is over here, then it would shade this way. So shade which direction. These are the 3 steps that you need to master for this section. So, first step, go to the number, -2. Second step, open or close circle. It's open. It's closed, it's closed because I have an equal sign underneath the inequality. Which way am I shading? Right or left? It's greater than, so I shade to the right. Okay? What does that mean? That means that x can be -2, it can be -1, it can be 0, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a gazillion. All of those numbers are greater than or equal to -2. So -2 is included and then every number to the right of it. Okay? All right, so we're going to go through the rest of these. So the next one, number 2, and I'll leave the steps up there because the steps are not going to change. So number 2, we had x less than 3. Step 1, go to the number. Here's 3, 1, and 2. Open or close circle. That's an open circle. Less than or greater than. It's the point that's at the variable, so it's less than, which goes to the left then. We would shade that way. Now, what does that mean? That means that x can be not 3, just 2, 1, 0, and any negative number. But it does not include 3, otherwise it would be a closed circle. So this is an open circle, does not include 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -1,000, and so on. Any numbers from 2 this way, okay? Next one. You got x greater than 12. X greater than 12. So what do? Step 1, go to the number. And I'm just doing a kind of brief number line because of time. So here's 0 and all the numbers in between. Here's 12, okay? We'll just call this 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, okay? And here's 12. So we go to the number, open and close circle. No line there, so that means it's open. It does not include this number. X is greater than. We're going greater than goes to the right. We shade that way. That means what can X be? Can X be 12? No, but it could be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, or any of those numbers over there. Can X be -2? No, add -2's over here. It can only be 13 or more. When it says X is greater than 12, that's like me saying, hey, my age, which is X, is going to be greater than your age, which is 12. That means, can I be 12? No. But I could be 13, I could be 14, I could be 15, I could be 16. Okay? All right, so that was that one. Let's look at the next one. It is X less than or equal to -15. X less than or equal to -15. Step 1, go to the number. 0, we'll say this is -15 over here. Step 2, open and close circle. I see the line underneath the inequality sign, so that means it's closed circle. It includes -15. Less than or greater than? That's a less than. That's the small point, which means it's going this way. So what can my answers be? -15 or any number to the left of it. -15, -16, -17, so on. Okay? All right. Let's take a look at the next one. You had X is less than -20. X less than -20. Step 1, go to the number. There's -20. Open and close circle. That tells me open circle. Less than or greater than? Less than. Shading this way. There you go. Just following those 3 steps makes it very simple to identify inequalities on a graph. X less than or equal to 8. X less than or equal to 8. Step 1, go to the number. Here's 0, here's 8. Open a closed circle. Step 2, close circle. Less than or greater than? Small point, less than goes to the left then. What does that mean? Can the answer be 8? Yes. Can it be 7? Yes. 6? Yes. 5? Yes. 4? Yes. Any number over here. Can it be 9? No. 8? Yes. 9? No. 7? Yes. Any of those? Yes. On the left of 8. So 8 or less. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the next one. 2 more you guys did for this section. So we had X greater than or equal to 24. Kobe Bryant, shout out. Greater than or equal to 24. Anytime I see the number 24, you're going to hear the Kobe Bryant shout out because that's the guy right there. Here we go. Step 1, go to the number. Where's the number? Here's 24. Open a closed circle. That's a closed circle because I see the equal sign there. Greater than or less than? The big mouth is to the variable. Greater than goes to the right. What does that mean? The answer could be 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, or any number that way, okay? But it can't be 23, it can't be 22, it could be 24, or 25, or 30, or 50, okay? All right, and the last one on this homework assignment, X greater than 2. X greater than 2. Easy one. Go to the number. Here's 0, 1, 2. Go to the number. 2. Open a closed circle. Open. Greater than or less than. Big mouth to the variable. Greater than. Goes to the right. Can the answer be 2? No. Can the answer be 1? No. Can the answer be 3? Yes. Okay, so hope that gives you a better understanding of how to identify the inequalities via a graph. And so, when we get to the next one of those other assignments I had you do, this is what I meant by if you couldn't graph it, I just want you to do me 1, 2, 3. Go to the number. What's the number? Open or close circle. Is it open or closed? Which way are you shading? Right or left? Okay? So when you do that, I'm going to leave that here. Shade which direction? Is it right or is it left? All right, so that's that assignment. Let's take a look at assignment number 2. that you guys had for me this last week. All right, it's right here. So it was page 262. We had you guys do 262, and it was, are you ready? Okay, so if you take a look here, it was, are you ready? This assignment, page 262. So I'm going to go over it. I'm going to try to go over it clearly for you guys so you can see it. I'll write the problems up on the board, and then I'll go from there. Okay, so the first one's numbers 1 through 6. They just wanted you to post which way the inequality sign would go. Is it going to go greater than? Is it going to go less than? Or is it going to go equal to? All right, so let's take a look. Number 1. All right, we have -7 and -3. Now on this, you got to think about the number line, guys. I know that you look at 7 and you think, oh, 7 is bigger than 3, but you know when it comes to negative numbers, the smaller it is, the bigger it is. So -7 is less than -3. This is number 1. Number 2, 0 is greater than -1. Okay. Number 3, and there's some fractions in here, but we got to get familiar with them a little bit, okay? So if we have positive 1/3, you know it's going to be greater than a -3/4 because positives are bigger than negatives. Number 4, -2.10. Now, which one's greater than or less than -2.19? Remember, when it's negative, the smaller number is actually bigger. So that would be there. 5, -7 2/5. Well, it's a negative number. My other one's positive, so that one's less than 5 1/2. That's the greater number. That's further to the right on the number line. Number 6, -2/5 and -0.35. So the way you'd have to do this is, I'm going to do it in my head because I know this one. So 2/5, I would divide 2 divided by 5, and you would end up with 0.40, okay, which is equivalent to 40%. So remember, this one is going to be 0.40, and it's negative. And this one over here was -0.35. The smaller number is actually bigger, so that is greater than that, okay? So that was numbers 1 through 6. I just noticed as I'm talking, some of these you won't be able to see clearly. So let me just back them up a little bit for you so you can see it a little bit clearer. Okay, so that was that assignment, or that was 1 through 6. Let's take a look at numbers 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so let's erase this here. Okay, number 7. Number 7 says x plus 2.4 is less than 8.6. What this is leading into is what you're going to be working on next week. Now that we have a good understanding, hopefully we have a good understanding of inequalities, and we said that, well, we haven't told you, but I'm going to tell you now. To solve this, I still have to isolate the variable, just like if it was an equation. I do the opposite, okay? So this will prepare you for next week. To solve this, I have to get rid of this to get the variable by itself. Opposite of plus 2.4 is minus 2.4. Shout out to Kobe. Boom. 0 pairs that, I get x is less than 6.4. Okay. So the question here, I'm sorry, I didn't even read it. I should have looked through it. The question asked us, so which numbers out of the ones down here, 0, 2.4, 5.7, 8.5, and then 9.1. They say here, for each inequality, circle the values in the box that can be substituted for the variable to make the inequality true. By me solving this, this tells you that x has to be less than 6.4. The only way this is going to be true. So, is 0 less? Yes. Is that less than 6.4? Yes. How about that one? Yes. But none of these could be put in here and this be true. Okay? So that's number 7. Let's take a look at number 8. Now, I can tell you right now, number 8, for our class, with me slowing it down just a bit and modifying some of the curriculum, scaffolding the instruction as best I can, I would not ask you do this one, but I'm going to show you just so you know how you do this. Okay, so this is number 8. So we have 1 over 3 times n, and we want this to be greater than 2 over 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because I know a lot of us don't like to deal with these fractions, and we're not very familiar with how much they are, right? So, but I know that if I go 1 divided by 3, I'm going to get 33.3. And if I go 2 divided by 5, I'm going to get 40. Okay? So what happens here is I'm just converted these fractions to decimals. So now I'm looking at it, I want to know which one of these I can put in, and this is a complicated one, I'm sorry. I could have told you guys to just skip this one. Okay, 3/4, 1, 6 over 5, 4 over 3, and 2. Okay, this means multiplication. So I'd have to know, well, if I plug this into here and I multiply it, will it be more than 2/5 or 40%? All right? I would plug in 1 over 3 and I multiply that times 3 over 4 and I get 3/7. If I divided that, I would find out that 3 divided by 7, I don't have my calculator, but it would be somewhere just under 40. So it'd be greater, but it'd be greater than 40. Okay, if I plug this one in, 1 times 1/3, I'm going to get 1/3. That's still going to be less, so that's not true. So this one, I cannot know. 6/5. So if I multiplied 1 over 3 times 6 over 5, I get 6 over 15. And if I were to simplify that, I already know, just because I'm looking at 6 over 5, that this would, but would not be equivalent. So, but it's a little complicated. I know it's something we don't work on. So I would cross this one out as well, because 1 and 1/5 times that is not going to cut that. 4 over 3. Where are we at? 4 over 3. So 1 over 3 times 4/3 gives you 4 over 3, which is 1 and 1/3. So this would be good. So this one's okay. All right. And 2 times 1/3 is going to give us 2 over 3, which is greater than 2 over 5. So this, yes. So let's check. So 3/4, we said no. We said 6 over 5 gave us I'm gonna have to do this in without a calculator, so let me calculate it here real quick. Sorry, gang. So, Boom. So what happens right there, it is 4. So this would be, so is it greater than? That's why I was hesitant. This one's not going to make it greater than, but if it was greater than or equal to, then it would have been a yes. So I hope that makes some sense. That's a complicated one. You can just skip right on past that if you like. Okay, let's go to the next one. We got number 9. Write an inequality to represent each situation. Number 9. The temperature T in a freezer must be at most negative 10 degrees. So at most. So it has to be negative 10 degrees, right? Or less. Because at most 10 degrees. It can't be, it could be negative 10 degrees at most. But no, what did it say? Again, read it again. Must be at most negative 10 degrees. So it could be negative 10 degrees or less. Can't be more than that. Okay? So X can be less than or equal to negative 10 degrees. Number 10, a person's weight, W, must be more than 110 pounds for the person to donate blood to be up at the blood bank. So this is us applying this to real world situations. A person's weight must be more than 110 pounds. That means that he has to be greater than, right? More than 110 pounds. Greater than 110 pounds. You cannot be 110 pounds. You have to be more than 110 pounds. So this one is number 9. This one was number 10. Okay, 11. Graph each inequality. So they have X less than 16. This is where we do the 3 steps. Go to the number. Open a closed circle. Less than or greater than. That way. So that's number 11. And here's number 12. N greater than 5.2. Go to the number. Here's 0. Here's 5.2. Open or closed. Open. Greater than to the right. Okay. So those are the first 2 assignments. 001 and 002 this week. I will post 003 also today, but